So welcome everybody to our March meeting. I'm so excited to have you guys here. I want to start out tonight by doing some shout outs. We have some amazing stuff happen and I wanted to make sure everybody got credit for some good stuff. So this March we started a new catalog and a new incentive. So tonight we're going to talk about some new and exciting ways to earn some PRV for that incentive and maybe some new customers and some new recruits. I don't know what Jess has up her sleeve. But before we get to that, I want to talk about top sales. So we're going to talk about top sales in February. And I want to shout out everybody at every title who earned top sales. So our top star director is Jamie Batts. Our top director was Lindsay Ott. Our top superstar consultant was Melanie Lowry. Our top star consultant was Christy Seipel. Our top lead is Jennifer Schlidknecht. There's like a silent K in there. It just confuses me. Our top certified consultant was Amy Bailey. And our top essential consultant was Destiny Hambrook. We had quite a few essential consultants who promoted to lead last month. So it was a pretty amazing month to like see you guys in action and doing some major stuff. I see Miranda on here. She's one of the folks who did that. She came in as an essential consultant, kicked some booty, and certified it all the way to lead. So that's pretty awesome. Raquel promoted from certified to star all in 1 month. So really good stuff. Like you guys are kicking some booty. Our top recruiters were Lucretia Brown, Raquel Holsinger, Bass. Uh-oh, somebody's.
You just they can make it and I can't tell the difference.
Okay. Jamie Batts, top recruiter, London Rochelle, Jennifer Gillette, Dina Gott, Erin Hensley, Deanna Gomez, and Miranda Kozar. You guys killed it in recruiting. So really good job last February, killing the month. And then I definitely wanted to shout out the people who earned the 5% bonus. So for those of you who are new to Sensi and new to our meetings and new to all of this, our in our Sensi compensation plan, you earn a 5% bonus if you have over 2,000 PRV in sales. So that's $2,000 in the US. And these folks in our group earn that. That's Lindsay Ott, Jamie Batts, Destiny Hambrook, Jennifer Schlidknecht, Jenna Jackson, and Miranda. Miranda, did it again. You made another list. Good job, girlfriend. So pretty awesome stuff. All right. So next, it took us a while since he had to go through and do some audits, and then they sent out our official list of incentive trip earners, and we had 22 incentive trip earners in our group. So I want to make sure I give a shout out to all the people who earned incentives before we get started. So level 1 incentive earners: Emma Zonetti, Danielle Clark, Cheryl Shiflett, Lisa Anderson, Anna Kisnar, Esther Schultz, Lisa Frankfelter, and Chrissy Seipel all earned level 1. Good job, guys. Level 2 was Stacy Vargo, Ashley Hiddefer, Valerie Thompson, and Shannon Dombrowski. Good job. Level 3, Jamie Batts, Brittany Supik, and Rachel Maher. And level 4, Kim Honig, Jennifer Gray, Kara Gray. Yep, they're sister-in-laws. Dawn Benwood, Lindsay Ott, and Jenna Jackson. So awesome job, you guys. Really, really good. So while we're talking about incentives, I thought we would go beyond the party this month because I wanted to give some fresh ideas. Now, the things that we do in our business are completely dependent on you. There's going to be suggestions. There's things you can try. There's things that are going to work for you. There's things that are not going to work for you. So you get to decide. But I would encourage you to try out each of these little things and kind of go from there. You can decide. Sorry, I got distracted by the chat. I'm such a child. So we're going to give you some ideas over the next couple of months, and you can decide on whether you want to try them out or not. But I would encourage you to at least give it a whirl. Okay. So this month, we're going to talk about Realtor bundles and how they work. So I'm going to turn this over to my friend Jess, who has had really great success with these Realtor bundles, and she's going to show us how it's done. Jess, are you there?
Yeah, hi.
Hi. I can't see you. For some reason, my computer's acting funny, but I'm sure you look beautiful.
Oh, yes, beautiful. Can anyone else?
Can everybody else see Jess? Shake
They're
your head.
saying yes. They're
All right.
saying so. That's
Okay.
good. Okay, so I'm gonna pick this up here. So she's right. You know, there's like so many things we can do, so many ways we can work this business. We have all the different kinds of parties, fundraisers. If you're on the Whipbox page, you guys maybe already talked about those, but subscription boxes are fun. And then so are realtor bundles, you know. So if you're looking for something new and fun to do with your business, you know, if you're a consultant who's been a consultant for a long time, you have to find ways to make this business fun, or it just feels like repetition, you know. So I definitely like being crafty and finding new things to do. So when I saw another superstar or a superstar director, Heather Gorsuch, she actually, I kind of copied off of her, but I'm giving her full credit because I took what she did and I made it my own. You know, one of those things you see it and you go to the craft store and then you're like, uh-oh, I can't find like exactly everything that's in the picture, right? So I had to improvise. So that will kind of reflect in the number breakdown that I'm going to give you. But this is my closing gift. I'm going to tell you everything about it. So basically, it's a pineapple warmer, a counter cleaner, a room spray, and 2 bars of Scentsy. The crate, I'll just keep showing you. The crate is $3.99. It comes from Hobby Lobby. I use a coupon. The little yellow shredded paper is from the Dollar Tree, because you want to try to keep your costs for the fun part as cheap as possible, right? So that you're making a profit, or not necessarily making a profit, but not losing money. This picture frame is from the Dollar Tree. I take the plastic off of it. I just threw this together earlier today so that I could show you guys something, and I figured I'm doing an event next week and I can take it to the event. So what I like to do is I like to buy the pineapple warmers as my perpetual reward if I'm not using it for something else. So I stock up on these pineapple warmers, and you can make any sort of gift. You can make it look however you want. But in this picture, I have a little pineapple picture that I print out just on regular printer paper, and it's a pineapple and it says welcome home. And I can share it with you guys. For my bar, I'm going to put this down. For my bars of wax, I typically use coconut lemongrass, which I secretly think it smells horrible, but it's one of my top sellers. So I put it in there anyway, and I use Amazon Rain. So I put the green one in front, the Amazon Rain, so it kind of goes with, you know, yellow and green was why I did that. And then I do Amazon Rain counter cleaner and Amazon Rain room spray. But you can use whatever you want. A couple of times, whenever I've sold bundles of 5, I've put old, they weren't old, but I put scent of the month room sprays in there, right? Because it doesn't matter. And then you're making $8 extra profit because you already paid for those. So whenever you decide you want to do this, I would just start collecting the stuff. So whenever you go to the Dollar Tree, see if you can find these cute picture frames. I bought a ton of them and I keep them in my garage. Start stocking up if this is something you think you want to do on the pineapple warmer, and then the other things that go in there. Then once you have one made, it's going to be a lot easier to sell one when you have a picture. But I'm going to share my pictures with Casey whenever we hang up so she can post it wherever you guys are looking at pictures. But I made this flyer on Canva. this picture right here that you're seeing right here was actually the original picture I saw. And I used that picture to sell to this realtor here. So you can make a flyer. You can, in your spare time, take your gift basket and several of these flyers and go into real estate offices and leave the flyers with them, because realtors are always in and out. I have the breakdown of how you do it. I'm going to take a picture of it. I already did take a picture. I'm going to send it to Casey so we don't have to talk numbers. But basically, I sell them for $58, and they have to buy 5 to get that deal. And when you break it all down and you order it as a party and you use the hostess rewards to make this work, they're about you're spending $54 for 5 for just the Scentsy products. So when I sell it for $58, that gives me $4 to buy my picture frame and my basket. And the basket is $3.99, but you can use a 40% off coupon at Hobby Lobby. They're in the gift party section. You know how they have like gift boxes in Hobby Lobby, all sorts of gift boxes? They're on an end cap at mine. Took me a while to find them. I searched like the basket section. They're not with the baskets. They're with party boxes. You know, they have birthday cake toppers and all that stuff. It's mixed in there. So I'm going to take a picture of this because it's probably backwards, and that way you guys can have it later. The way to start is, 1, make yourself a list of 5. Do you know 5 realtors? Some of you may not, but you might. And those are your first people you ask. Then once you make one, or you can borrow my picture, I do not care. Feel free to borrow my pictures that I'm going to give you guys. You post it on Facebook and say, oh my gosh, you know, you don't post salesy or spammy. You say, oh my gosh, how cute is this closing gift? And then, you know, you could even say tag your favorite realtor or something like that. Fun, because that's not too salesy. It's borderline salesy, spammy, but not too salesy. So anyway, and then you just go from there. And then you just, once you make one, it's going to be easier to sell. If you have a VIP page, you could post it on there and, you know, pretend that it's yours. They don't know that you didn't make it, that kind of thing. And just go from there. Don't stop until you sell one. And then once you sell one, it's going to be word of mouth, you know? So you need to sell 5, and that's $219 in PRV if you can get one realtor. And I have found that realtors spend between $50 and $60. So it's perfect price point for closing gifts. And it's way better than like a bottle of wine with their picture on it, you know? So that's really it. Does anybody have any questions? No? Okay. Well, thanks for having me on here, Casey. I can't hear you. You have to unmute.
Hold on. Here I am. It's like, hold on 1 second. So if anybody I know they have questions, sometimes it takes them a second to talk. I'm going to unmute Miss Wenda. Wenda, give me some feedback on this. Wenda's a realtor, Jess. And so she kind of got into Scentsy so that she could work on these, you know, make profit off of doing things like this. So Wenda, tell us about realtors and what they buy and gifts and all that jazz.
I think that's a great gift set that you made up, and you're absolutely right, Jess. Realtors will spend probably no more than about $60 for a package. It's great that you are marketing to them with the flyers. I think all of those things are going to work for you. Another idea might be to ask one of the brokers if you could set up a display at their next meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And just come in and briefly talk about it. People are always looking for settlement gifts. We get tired of giving a $75 Home Depot card. We get tired of finding a last minute card. You know, it's just too much. There's so much going on with the settlement that you don't have time to run around looking for a gift. So if they know they can get it from you and it's already packaged and it's already ready, then that's the best way to go. I also have a few realtors that will buy 5 or 6 at a time from me. So, you know, realtors, you know, we get paid in bulk. We get paid in large sums. So we have to kind of budget things out according to, you know, you might get paid in January, you may not get paid again till March. So people will buy 5 or 6 of your warmers or your bundles at a time. So if you can work out a deal for them, like, you know, they may think that you're giving them a 50% off deal, but what you're doing is throwing it into a party and you're working it kind of backwards. So I have people that'll say, I need 5. I have 5 closings coming up. I want to have them ready. I've got a male, a female, an older lady, a younger lady. Pick them for me. And that's typically what I do. I say, just give me a little bit of information. I'll put something together that I think they'll like based on what they told me. And I'll give them a deal. And I'm not losing any money. I just basically roll it into whatever package it would have been if it were a party. And they absolutely love it because they think you gave them this great deal. So that's the way to go.
I really like the idea of throwing counter clean in there. I thought that was an awesome idea because everybody's familiar with our warmers and wax, so that those give us credibility, and everybody loves a good potpourri spray. But the counter clean is kind of like another gateway drug into Scentsy, right? Mm-hmm. So I love that. I thought that was a really good idea. And Jessica is so creative. Like, she always has like all these super cute ideas. So if you're anything like me, you will steal her ideas instead of coming up with your own. But that's kind of what we do, right? We just borrow.
That's exactly why I love this business, is because I like to be creative, but I'm not like original creative. I don't come with the original idea. I can take someone else's and make it my own. And just to piggyback off what she said, I have learned since doing this that realtors are very last minute. So again, if you can have one of these put together, and it's really good because, like, I've gotten so many texts. I have a closing at 10 o'clock this morning. Can I have a closing gift? I'm like, well, I don't even have your picture, so I don't have any. Like, I like to make that postcard that has their picture, and it takes time to make that. Like, and I've always gotten it done, but if you can have everything together except for their little picture thing that you're going to use, that helps. And if you guys want, I actually have some pictures I can show you of a couple of other ideas. Do you want me to show you?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're on a phone, you're going to want to flip to the screen where it's only me so that you can see these pictures really big. I just got to turn my screen around. Okay. So I showed you guys this flyer already, but I made that in Canva. And then here is, see, this was one of the times that I went to the craft store and I couldn't find those baskets. So these were on sale really cheap. And then I got these picture frames. They were a little more than the ones in the Dollar Tree, but they worked. And they ended up being super cute. So I actually delivered to, realtors love it if you can deliver their package. Obviously, we can't always do that, but I could that day. So this is an example of, I got this warmer in the closeout section, really cheap. This basket was 50% off, and like an old scent of the month and some random, like I just made a random one, and my sister-in-law is a realtor and she bought it for $50, and I probably spent, $40 on all of that. And then this is, I'm not going to share this there with you guys, but this is actually a customer. Like, look at her cheeser weezer face. She's so happy and excited over this gift. I mean, I would love to get this gift. So I did not make this, but here's an example. You can make them themed. This is from fall. I have no clue who made this, but I thought it was cute and I saved it. And then a girl on my team, she charges $35 for these. So you guys can do smaller bundles. Those are 3 welcome home bars, and then the house mini warmer. And then that's kind of a smaller picture. But anyway, so there's some pictures. I promised to send them to Casey so she can share them with you.
Yeah, and we'll put them in the Blazing Supernovas and Beyond page, so if you guys want to check them out there. I still can't see you guys. So does anybody have any questions? Do you know, and if so, and you know how to unmute yourself, that'd be awesome. If not, Jess, can you be my eyes and just tell me somebody's raising their hand?
Okay. Well, I'm on my phone, so I can only see 4 people at a time. I'm flipping through. And most people have their cameras off, and I
Okay.
don't any hands raised. I think you're good.
All right. All right, you guys. So we're going to wrap up tonight. Thank you, Jess, so much. I didn't even
you.
introduce Jess to you guys, but Jess is a star director who is killing it in her business. She lives down in Florida, and she is pretty amazing. She's been an awesome blessing to me in my business, and I am just so, so thankful for her and so thankful that you came on tonight and shared with me, my friend.
Oh, thank you for having me.
All right, you guys, have a good night, and we will talk again next month. Bye.
Bye.